Britney has been challenging Peter all night, and now that she is looking at an ace-jack offsuit in her hand, he fired a pre-flop raise with pocket eights. But let's see if she will challenge him this time.
And does Chris want to escalate this pre-flop war?
Ludacris takes some time to decide whether to pursue the Queen 5 of spades. But at last, he decides that he is on this poker table to test his luck and calls Peter's 4-bet. But as we all know, Britney is a player who loves aggressive moves, so she calls and hopes the flop turns out nice. And Peter keeps betting like that.
Britney calls as well, and it's a pretty good one for Britney, a pretty good flop.
The flop comes Jack 4-6 with 2 hearts, which is decent for Britney. She has the top pair, and even though she doesn't know it, there is only the backdoor flush draw or the off chance for another 8 to be worried about, which is very unlikely as you can see from the 12% of equity Peter has. Despite the low chance of him winning, Peter decides to project power and c-bet another $9,000, to which Ludacris snaply folds. And Britney decides to show she is not to be messed with when it comes to poker.
Having 2 8s and the 8 of hearts probably should tilt him away from that.
Peter is visibly confused by how Britney is playing. As I already mentioned, she has been bullying him and sometimes losing weird hands. So now he doesn't know whether it's one of those empty bluffs or if Britney has something.
45, 45, 5, 45, 4. 2次吧。
哦。
OK。
They said twice.
Twice, okay.
没问题。
万一发错
It's a big pot.
波动小一点。
没有问。
8
King。 King。
哦。
Britney safe on the first run out.
完了。
喊什么8啦？
Peter needs only an 8. There's only one left. He doesn't find it, and Britney gets the full double, $118,000 pot.
你刚才打我有一套，现在打。
Maria Ho is looking down on King 9 suited. She limps the button which already tells you her plan to keep ranges wide and let him put himself in a bad position post-flop. Ike makes it 230K from the blind. That's classic heads-up logic. Punish the limp, isolate, take control with position post-flop. The problem is, Maria's hand actually plays great versus that sizing, and her call means Ike is now in the blender with a weak, dominated hand in a bloated pot. This flop is basically nightmare equity mapping for Ike. He flops trips if he's Maria, but he's not Maria, she is. He just pairs his 6. With that texture, from Ike's perspective, he's going to get called by worse a lot if he bets, and he's also repping strong, so he continuation bets 175K. That C-bet with middle pair is him kind of value protecting and denying equity versus overcards. Maria just calls. She doesn't raise, and that flat is so evil. If she raises the flop, Ike can sometimes hero fold hands and avoid lighting the rest of the clip on fire. By just calling, she keeps in literally everything he can keep barreling with. He shuts down. He checks. That check is him saying, okay, maybe I don't need to blast with just a 6 here. Let's control. Maria bets 310K into that check. That sizing is nasty because it forces Ike to start making real decisions with a bluff catcher. And it continues the story that she could just be stabbing after he gave up on the king. From Ike's point of view, her line still looks super wide. She can absolutely be floating with air and now trying to win it. So Ike calls. The river pairs the 6. That is the cruel part. Ike goes from, I have 2 pair, I'm bluff catching, to wait, I've got a full house now, 6 is full of 9s. I actually beat random bluffs and counterfeited 9s that didn't improve. His hand upgrades in his mind. He checks, planning to catch, and Maria just rips it in.
And she shoves on Ike.
I want to make a really big fold here. I think you have it.
5 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Time to look either real smart or real dumb. Ugh, that was gross.
Schwan is looking down on pocket 9s. Dylan opens to $150 with King Jack suited, classic live open that leverages position, plays well multi-way, and keeps dominated broadways in. LA Dylan 3 bets to $400 with ace-8 suited. A light but sound squeeze that blocks the strongest 4 bets, takes initiative, and retains playability when called. Schwan cold calls with pocket 9s in the small blind versus a wide squeeze and a single open. Set mining is priced in, And nines also realize well on many flops. Dylan closes the action by calling King Jack suited, doesn't want to 4-bet and face a jam. It realizes equity cleanly in position. Schwan checks her underpair on a paired 2-diamond board. Leading folds worse and isolates better. Dylan checks in the middle 2 overcards but no diamond and sandwiched between ranges, so pot control is best. L.A. Dylan stabs $500 into a multi-way pot. That bet folds a chunk of ace-highs underpairs, charges diamond draws, and keeps his C-bet range balanced with some bluffs. Juan calls. Nines beat a lot of L.A. Dylan stabs and can improve. Raising mostly turns her hand into a bluff versus better tense flush draws. Dylan lets it go. No diamond, poor visibility. The 3rd diamond lands and an overcard to Schwan's nines arrives. Schwan checks again, keeping her range uncapped and avoiding getting blown off equity by a check raise. From her seat, L.A. Dylan's flop stab can include many single diamond floats. Forcing those to fire again has value. L.A. Dylan checks back, very disciplined with ace-8 no diamond. His turn barrel would target mostly stronger hands and invite check raises from Schwan's diamond holdings. Checking preserves showdown value versus busted floats and protects his range for when she does show up with slow-played flushes. 4 diamonds on board plus straights complete. Ranges compress and many one-pair hands hate life. Juan leads for $2,895.
Really? I played this so bad then.
Phil Hellmuth is looking down at ace-8 offsuit.
It's great if you have a good hand.
I straddle, 12-8.
12-8. Oh, fuck. Look at that. All right, wait.
Pre-flop begins with a sequence that defies all logic.
All right, I'll straddle. I don't give a fuck. All right, the 25. I've hit the point of not caring anymore.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm not going to blind all in.
50.
I don't have 25-6.
You have to. I think 25-6.
Blind all in?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think I blind all in?
No, I don't think you blind all in.
I'm all in.
Are you all in?
About 55,000.
A moment where the pristine strategy of high-stakes poker is replaced by the sheer, unadulterated chaos of the creator game. Phil Hellmuth, the 14-time bracelet winner. He shoves all in, hoping to pick up the dead money. In a normal game, this might isolate a single opponent. But this is not a normal game.
55,000?
No more content. Yes.
Why? Because he wants to buy that. The pot. You don't know what your
You
cards
owe me.
are.
You know what? You owe me, Botez, so I don't mind if you call.
Did you expect
if you were,
Paul to
you know.
26?
Yeah.
What about
taking advantage of our stupidity. I'm so happy you just said that.
What about a
Because that's literally like, why would you all in? What do you mean? He's not going to call 26,000.
20K family pot, all right?
Half and half?
I call.
There's the call.
Oh, are you trying to do the chips?
Alan has ace-3, by the way. Does he call?
I call.
Oh my god.
Keating call?
God.
And add another
Keating has the biggest dick. I'm all in.
55,000 to it.
Reese is all in.
Wait, how much do you have?
I'll let you count. This is
12-8 right here? Yes.
And now we get an all-in over the top.
Insane straddle.
Jump.
Okay. So let me get 56.
I'm all in.
Okay.
Take it all.
This is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of a $300,000
Yeah, flip.
flip, I guess.
I mean, obviously.
By the way.
5. Or no, that's 80, 80, 80, 250. Put it in.
339,000 in there.
Keating's only times ever. I'm going to say this.
He's stalling.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Queen.
Oh, that's
A 3?
wow.
So she's winning.
Everybody pairs but Beast.
Everyone but me. What is happening? Everyone but me.
That means,
Come on.
that means there's 6 left for you, King.
How in the hell can someone do
That's fine.
It's a queen.
I'm calling it right now.
Oh,
This is a
ace
queen.
nine
I'm calling it right now. This is a queen.
No queens.
I will literally tip you $20,000 if you put a queen. 9, 3, 8, queen.
You better put a queen there in your best interest.
He's praying.
20 grand.
Even Magic can't do that. And Botez again. Are you kidding me?
What, like
ace 9 off?
600,000 now?
Oh my god.
Top 100 female poker owners.
That's it.
Did you crack it just now? Jimmy, you realize how many chips I have?
Bro, you know how many I have? I have like 10K left.
I mean, what the fuck? She called $50,000 with an ace 9 offsuit, and I'm losing in this fucking game. What the fuck?
That is literally why I knew this was going
Shout out
to
to
What is happening? What is that?
Well, at least.
Bro, we're getting steamrolled.
At least I know she'll lose back $400 or $500.
She, girl is balling. She's gonna single-handedly fix the wage gap in America.
Keating is looking down on King 10 offsuit. Cho opens to $800. From Keating's seat, King 10 offsuit in position is a fine candidate to test initiative, so he clicks it up to $2,900. That size pressures her weaker opens, defines ranges, and sets the tone that he'll steer. Cho calls, which Keating most likely files as sticky and curious, not the fast fold he gets from air, nor the fast 4 bet he expects from premiums. Cho checks. Keating clocks it as standard on a paired ace texture. Out-of-position players rarely lead here without a plan. Keating checks back. With range disadvantage on the paired ace board, c-betting prints only versus folds and inflates pots against the parts of her range that won't. Cho checks again. 2 checks from her narrow things, far fewer nutty ace traps now, more medium pairs, and a bunch of club draws that didn't want to bet into his perceived ace density. Keating checks again. He could stab for protection, but the board still screams, my ace, my pot for the preflop caller. He prefers to keep her air and marginal pairs intact and let the river card choose the script. Cho leads $5,500. From Keating's chair, that river is wild. It completes Broadway and the backdoor clubs. He now has the straight and, critically, the king of clubs blocker. Versus a line that checked twice, he upgrades to a value raise, making it $22,000 to target 1 pair queens and jacks and to punish delayed bluffs, while also representing the nut structures he can hold. Cho responds with a 3-bet to $65,200. That sizing flips the polarity to the top. Flushes are plentiful with 3 clubs on board, and full houses loom large on a double ace texture, pocket 7s, jacks and queens, and every ace-x that's slow played. Even with the king of clubs reducing her nut flush combos, the remaining flushes plus boats far outweigh the bluff she arrives with after 2 street checks and a river bet back.
Another bluff?
Oh, there's that too. Arden's now got a rep. Maybe it'll get her paid.
You're in Alan Keating's seat. You have the Broadway straight, Cho 3 bets over your small lead. What's your move? Snap call or an impossible fold? And why in 1 sentence? Best clear answer gets pinned.
Well, that kind of laughing is usually pretty strong.
Wow.
Looks like he's folding.
Good fold, good fold, good fold.
Vanessa is looking down on pocket aces.
So it's me and you. I got to raise it 1,200. So if you re-raise, then you build the pot so big, and then you're going to get bluffed out in a big pot.
Tony G thinks he's going to outplay Vanessa post-flop with position and a junk-suited looking hand.
Keep the pots low. I bet 2,000. Yeah. That's fair, you know. I think it's better betting in a dark. A dark raise, that's hard and commitment.
The flop is the dream board for Tony. He smashes bottom 2 pair versus most opponents. This is where he starts fast playing, trying to punish overpairs and top pair by ballooning the pot immediately. He leads 2K, to which Vanessa instantly raises to 5K. From her point of view, this looks super standard. She has overpair, she doesn't block spades, there are straight and flush combos Tony G can show up with, and she wants to deny equity.
You ready?
From Tony's point of view, that raise is exactly what he was hoping to induce. He doesn't just call, he makes it 20K.
You ready? If you win the hand, you keep me quiet.
Don't believe you. That bluff I'll call.
That size is Tony basically telling a story of, I'm not scared of you, I have a real hand. The problem he doesn't realize is Vanessa loves that story. When she flats the 20K instead of jamming, she's saying, I have you in jail, and I'm letting you keep betting. With aces, she caps nothing, and Tony can't narrow her the way he thinks he can. Turn is where everything flips, and Tony doesn't feel it yet. So Tony keeps value betting for 10K.
You could shut me right up.
How?
Well, by being all in and winning the pot.
Punch in the face.
Just push a button?
Thinking he can still get called by worse and charge flush draws. But in reality, he's now drawing almost dead against boats and nutty slow plays, and Vanessa has him in a spot where calling is mandatory and raising is unnecessary. Full house versus full house is where bankrolls go bankrupt because nobody folds boats to 1 bet emotionally.
Now you got to show some guts. Can you bet this, or are you going to make a really weak check now on the end? Go on, Vanessa, you can do it.
All in.
Call.
Ace is full.
Wow, very nice. That's the best. Very nice.
You got screwed?
I got a full house too on the end.
Wow.
And a flush draw. See, that shut me up. Well done, Vanessa.
Vanessa doubles through.
I got lucky, obviously.
Not really. I mean, it's.
We took turns getting lucky. I got lucky to get the aces. You got lucky on the flop. I got lucky on the turn.
I haven't won one hand when I've been good. So.
Vixen, our cowgirl over here, opens up to pocket kings. An extremely powerful hand that you want to 3-bet your opponents with. And that is exactly what she did. But against her is Zephysh holding the pocket queens, who snap calls her bet. Now only the cards will decide who will win this one. It's time to deal the flop.
Vixen, 2 kings.
Get her.
With a massive 3-bet. Zephysh, the queens.
They made a small mistake on stream which will be fixed. DQ with the ace-3 is folded and the pot is smaller. Even though our cowgirl queen was in the lead, this queen on the flop changes everything. But as she is first to act, Vixen decides to portray strength and bet $2,600. Zephysh thinks for a second, so he doesn't reveal that he is holding the current nuts and casually calls Vixen's bet. I would have 3-bet her here for sure.
And a king on the turn. Set over set. 14K in the pots. It's in. The money's in.
That turn all but guarantees Vixen's win. Zephysh only out is to make quads, and as you can see, there is only 2% chance of that happening. Now Vixen has only one question, and that is, how much does she bet? She takes 39 seconds of thinking before going.
There's the all-in Zephysh and a snap. What a disaster. $32,000 in the pot.
I always go once.
Yeah, sure.
Vixen calls for one time.
Nice, huh?
And the river breaks.
Finishing a long video like this shows real dedication. Thank you. If you'd like to keep following along with the next videos, click the like and subscribe buttons.